Warning, for those who have quit drinking, we will be talking about consuming alcohol in this video. You might want to stop watching if this is a trigger for you. Sharon. Light City Update. What Ivo has taught me about ETS and beauty. Hi folks. I'm in probably what would be considered an unusual situation right now. I'm looking to buy a house on Earth in a higher dimension with a higher dimensional, being Ivo. Not too many people have done anything of the sort, that I know of. There are extraterrestrials walking among us on Earth, and for the latest one, just research Kimberly Gagwan, who is part of the Alliance. That's a Pleiadian if I've ever seen one. Knowing what she does and being entrusted with the job she has, she certainly would be otherworldly. What I've been doing is buying things in anticipation of this move. Ivo and I more recently have been trying to get me onto his ship, and this is still in the works, most likely even before the house gets bought, but maybe not. I live very gelatinously. I have to be prepared for any eventuality, and I have been for years. I still have bug-out bags packed. While waiting for something to happen, I've been deal hunting and thrifting for items for the house. It will be a rather large house and there will be many ETS living there with us, such as my vegan parents and Ivo's brother Aaron, and there will be others who come and go for varying lengths of time as they work on projects with us for our TV station, which should be on the same property. One of the things Ivo told me I had to do some groundwork for is the numerous parties and gatherings which will include VIPs from out in the galaxy as well as Earthlings we'll be working with or our employees. I just kind of blinked and thought, me? Hospitality coordinator? You're joking. He said he wasn't. I'm all about digging crystals out of the ground, decorating the lawns with plants, shrubs, and trees and growing a garden to feed neighbors for free, but hospitality? Especially with VIPs? What do I know about that? I don't come from that walk of life, really. But the deal is like this, he's the extraterrestrial half of the project, I'm the earthly half. I'm the one who will sign checks because I have the legal right to, and deal with earthly matters such as providing decor, music, food, and booze for our entertainment. That's not to say that there won't be extraterrestrial drinks that don't include alcohol on the menu, there will be, because as far as I know benevolent ETS don't drink alcohol. It's a drink that the reptilians enjoy. Either way, I still have to provide the glasses. Well, that had me scratching my head. All I knew about drinking was red plastic beer cups and idly peeling labels off of the beer bottle you're drinking from, but I figured I'd better start expanding my knowledge. Ivo also mentioned that galactic VIPs don't drink out of plastic cups. I would have to get some crystal glasses in order to satisfy this requirement. He wants to create an atmosphere of grace, good taste, and hospitality, and I guess for some ETS boxes of pizza and the latest flick just isn't going to cut it. His intention is to show reverence for all the guests, regardless of their walk of life, because that's their way. He knows that's not the way I entertain, so it seems I am in for a few Eliza Doolittle lessons. Ivo is setting the standard for our home and I have to meet it. So where did I go as soon as she was mentioned? I went to Value Village, of course. I still have an issue with having to pay 13% sales tax on donated items, but you know the government can't keep its greedy little tentacles out of something even so mildly lucrative. I buy some things at the VV boutique. I won't buy clothes because I despise wearing second-hand clothes. That comes from being a younger sister and getting old stuff handed to me to wear. Plus they tend to smell there, and so for that reason I never buy anything fabric at the VV boutique. I tend to buy more impersonal items that won't stay in contact with my physical body, but for this I made an exception. I figured I'd wash all the crystal with the dishwasher on super hot and disinfect everything. Ivo also says they disinfect their dishes, they don't wash them the same way we do, so we'll have their technology installed in our house as well. So that being said, I was good with buying second-hand crystal. And I hit the mother lode. The only crystal pattern I knew of was pinwheel because the girls I used to work with in my 20s all liked it back in the 80s. So I saw some pinwheel and started loading my cart. I have a few boxes full, but I think I should get some more. I may venture off to Ottawa South this week to pick some more up. I'll tell you, it's different going shopping for crystal with an alien in your head. He likes the pattern. We saw a few other patterns but there wasn't very much of them, so we stuck with pinwheel. Ivo and I looked over the sets of dishes and we decided we liked the white plates with the fine gold painted along the edges. He definitely has fine taste. He's not into anything kitschy, not into folk art, just as high-end looking as possible. He told me he doesn't care what it costs, money means nothing to him, so, yes, I'd better handle the finances. He just wants me to buy or create things that when he sees it he can enjoy the beauty of it. You see, beauty has a vibration. It has a very high frequency. The vegans create lives with as many beautiful things as they can around them because they want an environment that is of high frequency. We don't have that on Earth, and not everyone reveres beauty here, at least not yet. Someday Earth too will become more sensitive to vibration and will automatically be attracted to beautiful things. It's in our future, folks. Some of you are already there, I'm sure. The vegans and other high-frequency ETs live in environments that support their high frequency. So they have learned how to create that frequency in everything they do, say, think, and have. It's about being balanced. Let's face it, some days it's hard to hold a high frequency, but don't you think it'd be easier if you lived in the most beautiful house, on a beautiful beach, or in a beautiful mountain valley with clear air, sunshine, and beautiful flowers at your feet? Sure you would. One day, Earth, one day. You'll get there again. Once I was done raiding the glass section, I moved on to the book section and found more Sylvia Browne books. I'm intending to put a library in our Light City, and yes, there'll be electronic books, but I want paper books there as well. So that's where I get them. I've always been partial to copper and brass, and look for any items with these. Ivo likes them as well, and that's good because I have collected many items in the past. I also like black wrought iron and pick up ornaments with this as well. Eventually I'm going to have to go and start shopping at higher end stores, but for now, I'm content to just shop here. Once I have an idea of how many tables we have to adorn and how many rooms we have to decorate, I can start shopping for higher end pieces of glass, maybe blown glass. I like pottery, so you can find nice pieces there as well. Oh yes, Ivo is also fussy about color. Dirt brown isn't his thing. I guess it's handy that when I'm shopping he can see what I'm looking at. I don't have to text pictures back and wait for a cell phone response. LOL, I'm also glad I'm an artist and have an eye for the use of line and space. I can cut corners on costs here and there, but basically he wants a room anyone can sit down in and be amazed at its beauty. Nothing short of that. I can do it because I have an artistic sense. But the thing is, here on Earth there are lines of goods that are nice, but due to mass marketing, styles are limited. That's why I like to purchase artists' works, because they are more original and appeal to many tastes. One day, you potters, painters and sculptors, don't worry, the whole world will wake up and discover the beauty of what you're doing. Just keep at it. Keep on tapping into that frequency and bringing it to Earth. I headed off to the cashier with a load of glass and a few spiritual books today. The cashier was friendly and even seemed to enjoy wrapping all the crystal. I had 30 to 40 pieces today, and this wasn't even my largest cache. At one point, she lifted up a glass to the light and commented that this glass was interesting because it seemed to radiate a blue light from it, and without even cracking a smile I remarked, "That's good because that will suit the parties I'm going to throw." She must have been wondering with all the spirituality books. I had a laugh afterwards. I barely conceal what I'm doing anymore. Now I just have to think about what I'm going to do if we have to feed them all. What kinds of plates do I have to have, and how do you get a service for a party of hundreds of people? Oy vey. Oh well. What I know is that Ivo insists on beauty. It can be simple, simply elegant, or have a design, but it has to be striking in appearance. The whole house and garden has to be that way. I would never want him to suffer because my taste didn't appeal to him. He often doesn't say anything, which just makes it worse. I always have to remember to ask him if he likes it because he can't lie. After Christmas, I went to the Christmas sell-offs like the deal hawk that I am, and talked myself into buying a 3-foot-high plaster statue of an angel. Ivo didn't say anything. I got her into the back seat and was happy with my purchase, and he still didn't say anything. When I asked him if he liked it, he said that he thought she was unappealing because if you've ever seen a real angel, you would know that this figure was plain by comparison. I still liked it, and I guess this angel will be banished to the back quarter of the garden where Ivo won't see her. He liked all the balls and the stars I bought, which I used this year outside but also stashed away for a someday decorating fest we'll have to do around the house or in the City of Light, maybe a Christmas tree or something. He thought they were fine, although poured plastic, they still were beautiful. But the angel was a misfire. Oh well, you live and you learn. Don't worry folks. It goes both ways. When Kessera did his portrait, if you look, Ivo is wearing a taupe outfit, and that's because he knows I love the color taupe. Ivo is specific, but he's flexible. The only one thing he has not been flexible on is my owning a gun. He absolutely does not want me to. I can if I want to, but then I suppose he'll be absolved of helping to prevent any consequences this might bring me, and it could perhaps even threaten this project. So I didn't get one. He promised me before I was born on Earth that he'd protect me, and he has done that. This is why he wants to get me off the planet, because he may not be able to secure my safety in lieu of future developments on Earth. The other type of party that I'm to plan for is a dance party. Yes. We want to let our hair down and let loose on Friday nights too. So I'm buying house music and all other sorts of things in order to make up some playlists of music to dance to. I asked Soren of the Delta Forces and he said the Pleiadians do like our house music. So I'll put out an open invitation. It's not my favorite music, but I like to dance, so I'm looking forward to these parties.